So more puerile. And that part of me loves to make innuendo. So the fact that today is hump day, like a camel, the middle of the week, or do the Humpty Hump, do the Humpty Hump. Well, anyway, yeah, so I wore my pretty dress for you. I did my, my crazy Harry Potter hair. And, got the tatas. Tatas, the ladies are out. I'm doing laundry, so I'm wearing my bathing suit bottoms right now instead of my normal underwear. I have a different bra on. Wee! I don't want to get too crazy. I don't want to get censored here. Oh shit, we have two viewers. Sorry. So I'm like, hi, two viewers. Look at my boobs. Oh my god. Hi, Auntie. Welcome to Hump Day. Oh my god, Chuck's here too. The extraordinary Chuck Dransfield. Oh, from his channel, coming over from at Chuck Dransfield. Oh my God, Joyce is here too. What's up, Doc? What's up, Chuck? We made it, folks. We're here. It's Hump Day. It's Wednesday. This might be our only show moving forward, like every week, but as long as I can hack it, I'm going to try to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, honestly. So today is, we've been like, waiting, getting ready for today because, I've been talking about hump, hump, bump, bump, go bump in the night, hump day, our show. Oh shit, I'm looking at my internet service. Why do I have one bar? I have one bar. So that means that there might be some delay. I'm so sorry. I just paid for this. What the hell's going on? We'll have to figure this out, folks. But again, it's Anastasia from the Sacred Spheres. Welcome to Hump Day. Yes, I'm puerile. Yes, I'm a Scorpio. Yes, I like all things that are innuendo, and I think it's fun. Life is short. Don't give a fuck. Just enjoy as best you can. Do things that make you light up and smile. There's going to be pain and suffering, okay? There's also a way to lessen it and end it, like the Buddhists say. And one of those ways is just by being goofy. Do things that light you up, even if it seems absolutely ridiculous to other people who think, you have a great education, girl. You need to be much more proper. I'm like, nah. But there are times where you can be more proper. But make people laugh. Be silly. Be goofy. Hugs for Anastasia. Thank you, Andy. Woo! Solar Wind. What is that? Are you singing a song called Solar Wind? That's very enigmatic and poetic. I love that comment choice. But one day I was thinking of references and things, and the first thing that came to mind was, oh my goodness, we're having a Hump Day show. And that is a reference to the 1982 Annie, which I grew up on. And today, so we were talking about, different possibilities for what we would discuss today. And oh, yeah, here are my notes. I kind of already have it in here, oh, in my heart. Yeah, because there's a little innuendo here. Hump day, haha, silly, silly. Did you guys see my little short, my video? Chuck and I went to Palm Springs, and there were camels there, and I recorded just like a 25-second video, like a promo spot for, come check us out on Hump Day. Like these handles, hump, hump, bump, bump. But yeah, so like I said, I wanted to bring a little bit of my sexy, the ladies, my crazy hair. Believe it or not, I can do my hair straight. I might do that again. So I need to get my little roots done, balayage, and once that's done, I could probably do my hair straight again. It'll look really fun. But this is honestly, I'm loving the put my hair in a not my hair, put my finger in a hair socket hair. It's very fun. It's kind of like a bedhead, right? Like after the act, the sordid, sacred, beautiful act, right? The hair, how it looks. Okay, now I'm making it worse. Anyway, yeah, so I'm giving Hump Day vibes. Let's get through this. We could do this. It's going to be fun. Anyway, cheers. I decided to have I chilled my glass. I put it in the freezer, a little rosé. It has a hint of strawberries. Primary notes. Ooh, yeah, smell that strawberries. Raspberries. Little sweetness like summer, because we are in summer now. Oh, we have 5 viewers. Cheers. Whatever your beverage, milk, water. Oh God, my mind went into the gutter. Anyway, whatever your beverage, cheers. À la vôtre. Here's to your health. Yay! I love you guys. All right. Okay. Woo! Yeah, we're getting one sip and the camera is already bopped around. Oh my God, Jim! Hi, Jim! Welcome! Yay! I'm so glad you're happy to be here. Join the party. If you have a beverage, please sip, sip. This is our happy hour because, oh, look, Joyce is having a lemon spritzer. I love it. Yeah, because our little motto here is, even if you're not happy, this is our happy hour where somewhere someone in the world is happy, even if it's not you or me. So welcome. We're gonna get our groove on. Oh, thank you. Andy brought a friend. And Joyce is going to be listening. Welcome, friend. Jim, feel free to add anything in the chat that you'd like. I believe you have Hollywood entertainment industry connections, or I'm blanking on the connection that you and Andy have, but feel free to throw things in the chat. Andy comes to us through Chuck's channel. Chuck is an old Hollywood historian and an artist of old Hollywood folks and portrait artist. You can do your portrait. He's done mine 5 times, I think. Hey. And he's also an actor and a writer and a screenwriter and so many amazing things. So he brings a lot of old Hollywood history to his channel, and that overlaps a little bit with mine because in my channel, I did work in the entertainment industry and adjacent industry a very long time. I've met all sorts of people and definitely have tales and upon tales. And once upon a time did invest in film studies, but was more of a literary whore, a slut for literature, for American literary modernism. In fact, I wrote a thesis. It was a thesis project on Isaac Julian's film about Langston Hughes. It was the perfect overlap of things I loved: the Harlem Renaissance, gender sexuality studies, queer theory, literature, poetry, modernism, film. It was fun. I got to do it all. Race, everything got put into that one work. But anyway, Andy, you want to challenge me to a sing-off. Oh, Jim is a great singer too. That's amazing. Yeah, I did promise you guys a song. Because again, Hump Day, right? There's some innuendo going on here. Oh, hearts. Meow, 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 meow. I love you too. Again, we wanted to keep it sexy and fun. And one of the things, and yeah, so there's a song that I wanted to offer that's a jazz song that Amy Winehouse covered, and I cover Amy Winehouse. And I'll just do it a cappella, like I sang Manic Mondays unexpectedly last Monday. Feels like a week ago. But yeah, we were talking about different folks we never could have envisioned meeting in our lifetime. Like when I was a little girl and, coming of age, we have those crushes we do, right? By the way, I'm going to just look at the chat as I'm about to tell my story. Andy has a great idea for an ending song similar to Carol Burnett when she ends the Carol Burnett show. Very cool. Yay. Andy's grateful for this time that we've had together, or rather the potential future ending of my show. I'm just so sorry. Hey, if you guys can let me know in the comments, is there a delay? Because even though I have my higher speed internet, I'm noticing I only have 1 bar. So I'm wondering, hopefully there's not too much of a delay. Let me know how the internet is vibing with you guys today. Chuck is somewhere in the chat or world. He's just down the street from me, Andy. He probably is doing art while watching me. So he'll pop in and out. But yeah, the sound is great. It's better than Monday. Yay, bravo. But yeah, so I'm very curious. I'm gonna tell you a couple stories of, when I was a little girl. I'm probably from, maybe a different era than some of you guys in the chat, but I know you guys can relate. When you're growing up, you have a little crush on someone on TV or in movies, and then, even if you're from LA, I mean, I kind of grew up more though in the suburbs going into Orange County, and then went to UC Irvine and then moved to Paris. And so I didn't really have a quintessential Los Angeles life. Though my dad's family was based here, and his parents immigrants from the south of Russia. And there was a huge, sort of huge-ish, generous size, not that big, Russian community on the west side of LA and the southeast side of LA. We were the east side Russians in East LA, Boyle Heights, where a lot of Jewish folks were, Japanese, Armenian, and certainly Central South Americans as well. But anyway, yeah, so I didn't really have like that LA life where you would run into celebrities or whatever. And also growing up, I don't know, that was more like a Beverly Hills, Bel Air thing, Brentwood thing, and that was definitely not my family's vibe. We had more of like a, we're immigrants. We're still, we were working class, middle class, but you know, like we weren't Beverly Hills types of people. So anyway, we went off to Orange County. Long story short, yeah. So two movies impacted me. Oh, there's Andy. Hi, and Chuck. Yes. How is Sasha? Give Sasha a big hug. My kitty is somewhere around here, by the way, Galaxy. I'll bring her here and show her off. But yeah, so I was really impacted by two movies romantically. They kind of became a framework for how I looked at the world. One of them, a coworker of mine who's an actor, was like, "That is a movie that impacted you, you poor thing." that set the bar way too high, way too high. And it's because that movie was Princess Bride. You guys remember The Princess Bride? Cary Elwes, later in Robin Hood Men in Tights. He was in the Saw movies, or the first Saw movie at least, and countless other films. You know, the one where Robin Wright, right, is Princess Buttercup, and and Wesley is in love with her, so in love with her, you know, anything she wants, as you wish, you know, and she's like, "My darling Wesley, my dear Wesley, as you wish, whatever you want." Wesley literally dies for her, comes back from the dead for her, fights, you know, "Inigo Montoya, you killed my father, prepare to die." That guy. My mom met him at one point. That was random and fun at a conference for Kaiser. But yeah, that actor. But yeah. So he fights Inigo Montoya, right? He fights Andre the Giant, right? He even fights the man who is the philosopher and the man full of wit and brilliance and with the poison and the game of logic, right? And so on and so forth. And anyway, yeah, so that's a tall order there. But Cary Elwes, oh my God, to me, he was just, at the time I had a type, and that was my type. I was just in love. And I was a little thing, God knows, when that movie came out. That movie came out in '87, I think. So I was a young thing, and then you know, coming of age more really in the '90s, like, you know, puberty and all that fun stuff. It's like Cary Elwes. Fast forward to working at the Hollywood Roosevelt and fine dining, and in a cocktail lounge, and being at the hub of the industry, not just because that's where the industry kind of started in terms of, you know, being, as you guys know, it was co-funded by Mary Pickford, Douglas Fairbanks Sr., Sid Grauman, Louis B. Mayer, the folks who basically co-started MGM Studio, rather I should say United Artists Studios and MGM Studios respectively. They co-funded the hotel I worked in, and yes, everything happened there. Everyone you could think of has stayed there from, you know, any A-lister from the inception of the industry until, here's the thing, now it's still a hub of the industry. So, and across the street, pretty much at Hollywood and Highland, where Dolby is and the current Academy Awards are held, that is also where there are countless film festivals. Like every month there's a different film festival happening there. And there was a day where I had to take a lunch break, and a little later than normal. And when I came back from break, my boss was like, "There's a gentleman sitting at a table." He had no idea my connection to Cary Elwes at all, but he's like, "Just check out who's sitting at table 37. I'm like, okay. I was like, holy shit, it's Cary Elwes. Oh my God. Well, my job is to make everyone feel like a VIP, like they're having the time of their life, no matter who they are, no matter if they're an A-lister or they're just, you know, someone on vacation from the Netherlands who's just like, who am I? What's going on? So I had a lot of fun with my job. Obviously, I have a big personality. And this day, I was losing my mind. But I was doing my job. I mean, I have met everyone you could think of, from Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, down to whomever. But you know, to people. I mean, I've been on set. I have a filmography, kind of. Don't look it up. It looks like I'm a porn star. Please don't. But oh my God. So I'm walking around the restaurant as doing my job, touching tables, as we call it. You know, you touch a table. Are you okay? How's everything going? And the first time I went to his table, he was there with a woman and a guy, and there was a huge statue because they had just won something on the table. And I'm just, you know, just vetting folks, seeing what the vibe is like. And right when I started talking, the woman knew me and knew me better than most people know me. She's like, "Oh, you used to be a volleyball player, right, in college?" And I was like, hey, how, "Wait, what? Do you know my mom's, made a name and my social security as well?" I was like, how do you know all this about me?" And it turned out she was, I guess you could say like a handler, wrangler maybe, for Cary, and she introduced me to everyone at the table and explained that the younger Asian guy had just won an award. He's this younger up and coming filmmaker, and anyway, so I keep doing my rounds of the restaurant, but by the like third or fourth time, I was making jokes with everyone. We were having a good time. And then it happened where I was very cool. I did not mention I knew him or anything at all. Whenever I meet people like this, I just treat them like any other human being. I want them to introduce themselves to me more naturally. Like I genuinely don't know who they are. And so, yeah, I just was talking to him and he's like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "Anastasia." He's like, "I'm Cary." And I was squatting down so I didn't want to like talk down to him. So I squatted down to be at his eye level. And he held his hand out and I held his hand. And he looked me deep in the eyes. He's like, "It's such a pleasure to meet you and to know you. Tell me more about being a volleyball player." Oh my God. It was very, very sweet. And it was beautiful because it happened organically, and naturally. So that was a really fun, very fun experience. And I have hundreds of stories like these, and Chuck has thousands of stories like these. Andy is requesting that I give Galaxy a big hug for me. I swear she just stopped by. Where is little Miss Galaxy Pants? I know is here somewhere. I will give her a big hug, and she often likes to be on camera. She's very composed on camera. Very, very cute. Yes, the six-fingered man. That is the six-fingered man who killed Inigo Montoya's dad, and then he learned how to sword fight extraordinarily well so he could find him and kill him to avenge his father. Yeah, I blush beet red. I don't blush too much, but yeah, when I do, it's because something really significant is happening, and I'm sure I did. Oh my God! Oh, I didn't realize I'd tell this story. That no, I did. I wrote down Cary Elway, but I'm just blanking on his name. I'm gonna need you guys to help me out. So, even though I more so came of age in the '90s and 2000s in ways, I actually was born. I don't want to give like my actual date of birth. This is like I need to give you my private information, but let's just say that I was born when there, and I wasn't quite conscious, but in the air, part of the zeitgeist was an obsession with Dukes of Hazzard, the very famous TV sitcom. And I yes, I guess is it the guy who played Bo Hazard? I'm completely blanking on his name. I was at work one day and someone was like, "Oh, there's a celebrity at the bar, but he's kind of a celebrity a lot of folks won't know about. You might know who he is, Anastasia. You want to just make sure you check in with him, make sure he's having an extraordinary time. Really like connect with him. Why can't I remember his name? Oh my God. Oh, Half Storming the Castle. Yeah, Billy. Sorry, we're going back to Princess Bride. Yeah, that's the Billy. I almost said Billy the Kid. Oh my God, my minds are wild today. Billy Crystal was in that movie and there's a great scene where he says, "Have fun storming the castle." Yes. So, oh my God, Chuck? Are you here? What's the name of the the has in Dukes of Hazzard, the two guys? They're both very handsome. Both those guys were very good looking kids. And oh my God, I wasn't prepared to talk about this story. I'm not even naming his name because he's not as well known now because he had more of a day in the '70s, '80s, a little bit in the '90s, and he kind of like disappeared. The TV show, not the movie, yeah, Dukes of Hazzard, and I think it's the actor who played Bo Hazard. He's actually he's known now for being a bit right wing, kind of like Angelina Jolie's daddy. Wow, I'm really not on the recall today with names of actors. Oh my God, John Voight. There we go. I, I've met John Voight as well. But yeah, this actor, yes, John Schneider. Thank you. Shout out to John Schneider. John, you probably knew that I knew who you were from the moment I met you, but I am a good Angelina. I know the code of conduct. You do not make it out like you're a star fucker and you're crazy about this person, you know everything about them. You don't do that. Like maybe if there's a moment you could be like, what you did in such and such movie really impacted my life. Thank you for your thank you for your work. But you don't, especially when you're serving the professional capacity, especially when like Chuck and I worked at Earth Bar, we served celebrities with their health issues, which are HIPAA protected, and so we had to be extra careful with star fuckery, as it were. But yeah, when John came in the bar, I noticed he was there quite often, and I just so happened to be there when a woman came into his life for the first time. They were on their first date, and she made wines and did a lot of different things, and she had to like leave the wines that she brought to this date or meeting with John with me at my host stand, and it was a very special thing. She was so good, and I got to introduce her to John, and they had this time, and I was looking up photos, meanwhile Google searching him like a stalker. That's part of what, fun fact, part of what maitre d's do in restaurants is Google the shit out of you and stalk you to know who you are and everything about you so that they can offer you a level of service that knows what you want before you want it. Yeah, we're pretty good like that. And then we memorize when our memories work everything that there is to know about you so we can really help you out and serve you. So yeah, I got to know what, John drank, what he liked, what she liked, this girl. And then I watched their relationship flourish until the point they got married and they were in the Hollywood Christmas parade. But I will never forget just getting to know John and allowing it to unfold very organically. And again, there's my mom, like I used to have a little, what are those called? Little hot rod? Not hot rod. Hot Wheels. I had a Hot Wheels and I would ride it. My mom would tell me as a little girl because I wanted to be like the Dukes of Hazzard. And fast forward, however many years, lady's going to tell her age. Later, I'm there with John and he was a regular. I would see him a lot, like at least every 1 to 3 months consistently. And I was talking to a guest once and he walked up and someone else like knew who he was, but he interrupted my conversation. He's like, and he gave me this big warm hug. He's like, I'm so sorry, but she's my friend. And I had to make sure to give her. I was like, oh, John. Oh my God. So it was so sweet getting to know him. The other moment for me that was so unexpected when I was again, kind of, going through puberty in high school right around, yeah, I think it was like right around that time, like really in that thick of everything, all the hormone soup. Shakespeare in Love came out, and a lot of girls, we were obsessed with Shakespeare, played by Joseph Joe Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes' younger brother. Ralph is, English patient, Harry Potter, he's Voldemort. Yeah, recently in Conclave. Ralph is extremely well known. Joseph, not as much. He hasn't had quite the filmography because fast forward to actually working for Earth Bar with Chuck, I didn't realize he came in there. And Miley Cyrus was the first celebrity I met there. I sold her fish oil. I can say that. That's like a general supplement, nothing too specific. She was hoping it would be nice for her, skin, hair, nails. It was right before her transition from being they were trying to groom her to like a Hollywood starlet, kind of like old Hollywood glam girl. And then she was like, screw you guys, and shaved her head and went into a different direction. So it was right at that moment when I met her, right before she shaved her head, or buzzed it, I should say. And then, so she was truly my first celebrity I met there and worked with. Second, though, was in walk Shakespeare with the baby in a front backpack, another little child that he's holding a hand of, his wife, and with a warmth like 10,000 suns. He was the most magnetic and beautiful, grounded person I've met, and I knew immediately who he was. And I was able to have this long, meaningful conversation where he asked truly about my family history. He told me about his family history, the French background, not just British, of course. And he was talking about, because I come from a group of people I can't name, it's very closed off, very similar to the Hasidic Jews. And you marry in, and we were almost killed off. And so yeah, it was a genuine exchange. And, it reminded me, yes, these people are humans just like we are. It's important to approach it from that perspective and to allow things again to unfold in intended timing and not get too overwhelmed by who they are. But it's just, if you told me I'd be meeting these people and working with them, I think one thing that's been very helpful, yeah, it would have blown my mind, but it's been very helpful for me to do this because, I do comedy and I do work with people who are a lot better known than I am. And it is really important to know how to just work with people. If this is an industry you want to actually work in, you have to know how to navigate personalities like that, whether they're known or unknown, and just find where you fit and have a blast. But it is, deep down, there's that little girl in you that's like, oh my God. in fact, in fact, I was watching a video. I don't know if you guys have seen this video. It's where celebs meet their crushes. So they're famous. They're A-listers, like Taylor Swift meeting Justin Timberlake. She's like on the Ellen DeGeneres show, like Ellen show, losing her fucking mind. Where let's see here. The funny one, it's not that funny. It's Kesha meeting Seinfeld. He dismisses her completely. She's like, I love you. And he's like, get the fuck away from me. You're creepy. So yeah, that's a really fun video. If you want to check that out, maybe I'll put it in the comments here. Cause it's, we're all people, but at the end of the day, as you know, it is a little different being in the Hollywood, industrial complex. Very strange. Oh no. All right. I have been neglecting, the chat. I'm so sorry. All right. Speaking about meeting Cary Elwes, John Schneider, Joe Fiennes, folks who, people I unexpectedly as a kid had mad crushes on, and then had no idea I'd be working in and also adjacent to the Hall of Shame industry and meet people like this. My crushes. We're talking about crushes and sexy things because it's hump day. And sexual innuendo, blah, blah, blah. We're getting our hump on, and I promised to sing you a song with, hello, I will sing you a song. So Jason is now here. We've got Jim here. Jim retracted a message. Was it raunchy and naughty? Do I have to censor you? No. Welcome. Hi, Jason. Hi, Andy. Hi, Jim. Yay! We're having a whole party. We got Jason Littleton here. Jim Nothing. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Ooh, it was a message for Andy that's been retracted. That's okay. Oh, Lordy. By the way, for those of you who are joining, this is our happy hour because someone in the world is happy today, even if it's not you or me. But hopefully while you're here, we can engender some happiness and joy. I definitely have a lot of energy to give to folks when there are folks present. I think even when I'm by myself and the camera's just turned on me, I'm a born weirdo, entertainer, bizarro, freakazoid person who loves other people very much and likes to offer them joy, even when I don't feel much joy. It's been really hard. The reason I'm doing this, all this shit on YouTube and resurrected this channel from the dead is because there's been a lot of stuff happening in my life that's not been very joyous. But again, it's a happy hour, BYOB, whether it's today I have a nice rosé with hints of strawberries, snozberries, for a little Charlie and the Chocolate Factory reference there. But so yeah, whatever you feel like drinking today, cheers. Yes, yeah, what was it? Monday was water. We will be back on Friday, by the way, 7 p.m. Pacific. Stay tuned. Welcome to Hump Day. And it's kind of the thematic of this live stream, this happy hour, is the inverse of what Woody Allen used to say. Yes, hashtag canceled. I recognize that. Very canceled. But yeah, what he used to say famously is, I can't be happy if I know that someone somewhere in the world is miserable. That's not the exact words, but that is the quote more or less. He can't be happy if there's anyone miserable, and there are a lot of folks miserable. But what I feel like is, as we shine, that light radiates, and that helps other folks to shine too, because they know it's somehow possible. Well, not gaslighting your feelings, like be in your feels. I got lots of feels, lots of feelings, lots of emotions, and I let them come through. And also, it's fun to be able to enjoy myself, because my God, life is short. I don't know what the hell's going to happen. I had a lot of people in my family die young. My brother died the day before he turned 26. Like, you don't know. Like, just be here now. Thank you, Jim. I pronounced your name perfectly. Andy has a Coke. What is a snozzberry? Who even knows what a snozzberry is? And I would love, yeah, I mean, Chuck and Joyce are probably here. They're probably just, sometimes they do work while watching us in the background. You know, like when you have the news on in the background, or I know that Chuck often has I Love Lucy on in the background. So while you're doing work, well, oh, we have more viewers. If you're new here, welcome to our Hump Day live stream. We're having a blast. We're making references to snozzberries, and also talking about, because there's again some innuendo here with the Hump Day. We're talking about some of our Hollywood crushes, whom we actually got to meet. And I would love to know, I know Andy told me, we're not, by the way, we're not solely a Hollywood entertainment industry channel, but yeah, I've worked in so many industries. I've done so many things. I'm passionate about so many things. I just like to be in flow. So this is how we're flowing. We're going to go with it. But yeah, I do a lot of stuff in spirituality, self-help, transformational speaking, comedy. I'm a singer. I've been a songwriter. I've done a lot of things. So, and we're just going to have fun. But Andy was telling us his crush, Catherine Bach. Ooh, tell us more, Andy. Why is she your crush? What's something you saw her in? Is she just a general crush, like a lady down the street, or you went to high school with, or something? Or she, no, because there are, you know, actors, actresses who have same names as people in our day-to-day lives. But yeah, let me know. Let me know if you have a crush and if you've been able to meet them. Someone who is on the larger stage of life, Hollywood, Broadway, TV, film. By the way, Andy, I wanted to speak to you last week, good Lord, Monday, last live stream. We're talking about Wizard of Oz and Wiz, and how I don't really know any of those songs very well. Because I was talking about not being a so-called theater slut. Like a lot of people, when you're into acting or whatever, a lot of people go like into the I'm in band or theater direction. I ended up in like gospel choir and more invested in academia and film studies and literature. And I was also an athlete. So I never went in that direction, which to me encompasses musical. So that might have felt like a tangent, but I was saying that because I've had a very tenuous, challenging relationship with musicals. They sometimes feel so cheesy and grating to me. And they overwhelm my nervous system. Comedy used to do the same thing until I needed to get happy. Like, I think that was the name of Judy Garland's autobiography, Get Happy. And similarly, I wasn't addicted to drugs and alcohol and things like that, but definitely needed to get happy. And I finally dove deeply, deeply into comedy, and it's been an obsession of mine, and it's really helped me out. But it would make me really uncomfortable if something was not really funny, or I don't know, a little bit off, or because there aren't many people who are goats, you know, the greatest of all time, you know, who really are just solid every single time. And even that, our taste changed like that. For me, I don't know, who are your goats? Do you guys, I don't know, are any of you comedy fans? Like, generally speaking, George Carlin, Dave Chappelle, uh, Richard Pryor, Bill Burr. This is hard to say, greatest of all time, Tom Segura. Tom Segura is extraordinary. I really like him a lot. I have a particular raunchy sense of humor you're probably getting right now. Bill Burr, I finally got to see live. I almost met Bill. I would have lost my mind if I met Bill. I would have been calm, but I would have internally been losing my mind. I have been really obsessed with Bill for a very, very long time, to the extent where he's in so many of my dreams, not in some gross, like sexual, weird, whatever sordid way, more that he speaks to my soul in a really important way, probably because the way he talks about women, it relates to my mother and dynamics in my own family, and the way he talks about his father. So it's a lot of personal resonance there. Not necessarily having anger issues, but Jim Carrey, yeah, physical comedian. We talked a lot about Charlie Chaplin on. I think it was our second live stream where I talked a lot about ghost stories and the Roosevelt. Go back to, if anyone likes ghost stories, I dish on ghosts from my time working at the Roosevelt. I don't work there anymore, so now I can kind of spill some of the beans in a way that's still respectful. I can't defame, obviously, be libelous, regarding my former employer. But yeah, Jim Carrey, definitely one of the goats. Oh my God, him playing Andy Kaufman. Oh my goodness. He literally channeled Andy. I'm sure you've watched documentaries about him making that movie. Chuck can actually speak to that, and Chuck's experience with with a lot of old Hollywood celebrities. There's an element of channeling going on. But yeah, Andy, Steve Martin's a little cheesy to me, honestly. I saw him at the Hollywood Bowl recently, last Wednesday. I had to take Wednesday off for the live stream because I saw Steve Martin as a banjo player, not really a comedian, but he did integrate some comedy into what he was doing, and it was just kind of cheesy. But then again, the thing is like what makes people laugh is so varied. But yeah, Chuck is talking. We're going back to Cary Elwes. He was bitten by a rattlesnake while he was tending to his garden in Malibu. Unfortunately, Cary's home burned down in Malibu. Dave Chappelle talked about that because he was friends with Cary from his time on Robin Hood Men in Tights. That's silly. Speaking of satire and all things super, super silly. But yeah, Cary's home burned down during the Palisades fires. So heartbreaking. Cary, God, what a lovely human being. That was such a treat to meet. Oh my God. I'm sure new. I'm sure I don't. Some people think I'm in my like 30s, maybe. No, I'm in my 40s. But I'm sure he knew I was a woman of a certain age who was losing her fucking mind. I'm sure he knew that. Right. Okay. Now that Bill, I love Bill. Oh my God, do I love Bill. I love these in Wes Anderson's movies too. And he had that beautiful resurgence through Wes and all those films. But Bill and Scrooge, that's definitely my sense of humor and the sense of humor of my family. What was his name? Phil Croft. The thing you nail people to. It's like, yes. Oh my God. I love that line. Oh, it's so dark. Oh, I love dark humor. I will never forget. This is a little bit of a tangent. I will absolutely never forget my dad and I. He had to get a colonoscopy, and I was super into badly taxidermied animals at the time. And I got a book on taxidermy animals. And it's in part because my sister was obsessed. She's a tech and runs vet centers and is this great. She used to be a punk rocker and grindcore person. She ran like record labels and had a record shop, tattooed and everything, but also is this animal person and loved her cat so much she wanted to like have it taxidermied. And we were honestly horrified by that thought, even though that's very normal. But I will never forget. We were sitting in the eating room before we had to go in for a colonoscopy. And we were looking at badly taxidermied animals and losing our shit. We were weeping and weeping and weeping. Oh my God. It was so funny. So shit like that, stuff like that makes me laugh so hard. I love dark humor. Oh my God. I do. I know he's coming back, but I really love Louis C.K. I know that's like, oh, I'm not supposed to say that. Well, I'm saying it. He's a really fucking talented comedian. And in fact, his special, Oh My God, literally called not Oh My God, a special. No, his special is called Oh My God. It was on HBO. It won an Emmy. I've probably watched that 50 times at least. It saved my life. I was going through an unbearable breakdown. Again, fun fact, I've had many. Yay! Life, it's what's for dinner. That special fucking changed my life. He's so talented. Tells a joke. Oh my gosh. He's very, very gifted. But yeah, let's see here. I'm going through, there are a lot of a lot of comments here. Hysterical little, yeah, snake pun jokes. Very fun. Um, I Kevin Hart is not my cup of tea, but I've definitely watched all of his stuff. Chris Rock, absolutely. You know who's really fun? You guys have to try out Tom Papa. He is from Staten Island. He's from Jersey originally, and he is very. I love him. If you like Jim Gaffigan, like a cleaner comedian, Tom Papa's was this the one? It came out and I watched it during the pandemic far too many times. What is I'm blanking on the exact name of it. Everyone's okay. You're okay. You're gonna be okay. Not you're going to be okay, but it's something like you're okay. um, I'll get you the. I'll put it in the comments or in the description for this video because that I love that because I do like raunchy humor. I do sexual innuendo. I love Mateo Lane. He's a great gay comic. He's hilarious. He's also a singer. I love that he brings opera. He used to sing opera. Mateo Lane, he has a podcast with his friend Nick Smith. I watch them a lot, especially Mateo is Italian. He does like cooking shows and whatever. But I do like clean comedy too. And yeah, Jim Gaffigan, I love for that. And I love Tom Papa for that. P-A-P-P-A. Oh my God, he's so great. Sasha is burned out because she made too many appearances on the Taco Tuesday show, Oracle Whimsy. Subscribe to Oracle Whimsy. Amazing, amazing human being. And because they're with Whimsy every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific. And Chuck's on his Chuck Transfield for his captivating chats, largely about old Hollywood on Mondays at 5 p.m. Yeah. And let's see here. Andy's introduced friends to Chuck in the chat. That's beautiful. This is community. That's honestly wanted to have this happy hour live stream. I could post videos and whatever, but a live stream is different. It's an opportunity for people to come together. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. It's pretty fucking insane. So it's good to have like-minded people and to learn things. So I'm not, Chuck talks a lot about old Hollywood. I'll talk about like more current Hollywood, but also about all sorts of other things. So, oh my God, we have extra people joining us. This is very fun. Andy is requesting that I tell Jen about Chuck's channel. I did just kind of plug it a little bit there. Yeah, Chuck, again, for those just joining us, Chuck Transfield is often on the show with me. I'm on his show with him. We do a lot of comedic, bizarro stuff together. What am I saying? Circa 2020. No, that was kind of like the last time we were doing stuff, but we'll be doing more upcoming, but more similar to like a Joan Rivers style where we'll like tear into people what they're wearing on a red carpet. We have extra viewers now. Yay! Yeah, so Chuck Drumstill often joins me on this show and me on his. He is an old Hollywood historian. An expert on everything. I Love Lucy, Lucille Ball, Desi Arnaz, Carol Burnett, but that's just barely the tip of the iceberg. The man is written a definitive book about I Love Lucy, but again, he has as people who know him, and the memory of an elephant. He knows dates and citations from books. He knows everything you could think of when it comes to Hollywood. So if you are interested in all things Hollywood, old Hollywood, I think he has like, I don't even know, 1,000 videos on his channel. So many videos, and they're mostly short and they're very accessible and bite-sized. So anything you need to know, it will be on this channel. So check him out at Chuck Transfield. His live stream is 5 p.m. on Mondays. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Also is a portrait artist, amazing portrait artist. He's done me, he's done a lot of family, friends. He's available for hire. But he also has done every conceivable star. And he's an extraordinary actor. He's a SAG-AFTRA actor. And also writer, screenwriter, and then some. But yeah, he has much to offer the world, and if that's your vibe, check him out. 5 p.m. Mondays. And then he's with Whimsy, Dr. Whimsy Anderson, a naturopathic doctor who is also a trans channel medium, remote viewer who does a lot of politically oriented things. And on Taco Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Eastern, that's when he is with Whimsy. And they have their show, and they put a spin on the news that might be a little more accessible. I mean, there is some heavy stuff going on, as we all know, and they offer something that hopefully can make you feel less alone. Kind of like what I was just saying earlier. I feel like these live streams are a way for us to reach people all around the world And to have community at a time where we need some light and some joy and some levity, even if we kind of segue to maybe darker, more challenging topics. I have no notifications on my phone for any news related anything, so that's not going to be a point of focus in this on this channel. But you know, let's see here. So that hopefully that explained things to Jim and to our other friends here. Hold on, I'm just going through the chat right now, folks. Thank you. If anyone's here who wants to present themselves, ask questions, please do. We will be having a little a sing-along session. Jace, right? Is Jason still here too? That was a little, thank you, Jason. Yeah, there's Jason's, I don't know, that might not have been for me. You said you didn't want to be weird talking, subscribing, but subscribe to me, to Winsy, to Chuck. Also Joyce, who's probably here. Joyce has a channel. Pam, Pomona Remember, she has a channel. We work with them as well. Joyce's channel, my darling Joyce, if you're still here, let us know the name of your channel. Or Chuck, I am blanking, because unlike Chuck, my memory glitches a little bit. Maybe it's because I've only had a sip of wine. I'm Russian, I have tolerance. I don't drink vodka though. I don't really drink hard alcohol. Just a little wine here and there. Jim, nothing is still here. Hello, darling Jim. Jason, hello, my darling. I love you guys. I like to offer love. We don't often hear I love you enough. I will offer a big hug. I really would, yeah, it'd be fun to sing off quite literally. I don't think I have actually, yeah. There might be a way to do this. Chuck and I, when we came on live together, we had some technical difficulties. But yeah, I think we could actually do, not today, but Jim, if you want to sing with me, that could be very fun. I would love that. Oh, thank you, Joyce. Joyce's show. Joyce is an unbelievable, unparalleled astrologer and so gifted. She also is extremely brilliant about all things swimming, synchro, and artistic swimming related. She's been a coach for most of her life and knows that inside and out. I think she'd probably feel more at home in water than, but yeah, she has a channel devoted to astrology and tarot. She did my chart, our charts together, because Chuck and I are like twins. It's unbelievable, Chuck and I, how we connect. But yes, hello, darling. Hello. Joyce's channel. See what happened there? The CH, yeah. Joyce's channel is Mystic Soul Insights, for you who are watching and not in the chat, who are listening and can't see what's being written. Ooh, Joyce also does numerology, astrology, numerology, and more, because this is now a commercial for Joyce. You don't need your chart read. Do you need to know more about that crush? Do you need to know if you're going to meet Cary Elwes 20 years from now? Do you need to know if John Schneider will marry the person he goes on a date with him 30 years later? After having a crush on him when you were a child and you didn't even realize. Well, we've got a show for you. It's Joyce. Get on there. She'll tell you everything you need to know, because the stars don't lie. They are encoded with your information that you need, and oh, so much more. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of accuracy to your readings. They will definitely help steer you in a direction. And sometimes you won't like the direction. Like I was just dating someone. I was dating not the best for me. So, and it was also very clear that he made the cards. Not a good fit. Not a good fit. Oh, but did I leave? No, it took me 2.5 years to leave. So anyway, Andy. Yes, Pomona Remembers is the other show. I mentioned that. Pam, I don't even know how to describe Pam. Pam is a mensch. She is on another level of love and sincerity. So doing a form of readings that are intuitive, just very special. She's also, through Eden Create, she does unbelievable art. I do art. Her art's like, leaves mine in the dust. I mean, mine's Bauhaus weird. Mine's like outsider art. Hers is at times like very representational. It's so infused with love. She's a mom. Joyce is a mom. Joyce is a grandma. So they bring that. I have a 3-legged cat. Okay. So yeah, I am not a mother of children. I have a fur baby. She is my emotional support animal. I am her emotional support human. She is a little fatso I adore. But yes, Pomona remembers Pam is a person. Yes, she is an extraordinary human being. Gorgeous, amazing, talented. Check her out. And again, check out Joyce and check out, again, what is her? Wow, Mystic Soul Insight. Sorry. Check out Mystic Soul Insight. Check out Pomona Rembers. Check out Transveil. Check out Oracle Whimsy. Or not. It's okay. Do whatever you feel led to do. Everything unfolds in intended timing. Just like, yes, singing a song I have not forgotten. Save the best for last. We're at 52 minutes. Yeah, I try and keep these to a literal happy hour. An hour. 60 minutes of time. Vogue. Vogue. All right. You're very welcome for the plug. I liked my commercial for you, Joyce. I even brought out, if you see me in Los Feliz walking around looking like this, say hey. I'd love to give you a hug. Maybe not a kiss. Lived in France. We do the French bisous. You know? You can do that instead. I do love, but I have to have some boundaries for Christ's sake. All right. Air kiss, yes. Is talking about a plug for, yes, thank you for yeah, I love glasses. Oh, yeah, Jim, you haven't been here before. Let me grab my bag. I love glasses. I love accessories. I know jewelry, but I wanted to bring out, it's hump day. I want to bring out the ladies. You know what I mean? No distinct necklaces. Yeah, I love glasses. These are my actual prescription glasses. Cat eyes that are, as I asked for the big ad, because I like to be big and bold. I would honestly love a pair similar to this, any color. Like I paint, I do fun art, like painting. I'd love it. This is bright purple. That would be so fun to have a pair in that color. Ooh, I would love a pair in turquoise. This is my art studio as well. This color, this is my birthstone. Mustard yellow. Yellow topaz. There we go. That's the birthstone color. Anyway, those are my glasses. I have so many glasses. You have no idea. So many. Even my grandma, my grandmother and grandfather, when they passed, I got some of their glasses. I need to take out the frames, put some lenses. Hello. Put in new lenses. All right. I'm zhuzhing the hair so we can do a little, the cat glasses. Thank you. Yeah, I love those glasses. You love sunglasses. I think I'm going to sing a song with my glasses on, because, you know, why not? It's not going to be as fun as Manic Monday, because that's a poppy song. That's more pat. This is more jazzy, bluesy. You want to see, you ask and you shall receive, Andy. Galaxy just showed up. Grab her. So let me put this down. One moment. The world must see Galaxy. One moment. Talking amongst yourselves. I had to wrangle a wild animal. Dun 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 dun. Drum roll, please. Here is Her Royal Highness, Queen Galaxy of the Universe. Hello, or maybe I'm just Queen of the Milky Way. This is her nub. Where's your nub, Bubus? Oh my God. She only has 3 paws. Okay, that was Galaxy, folks. She's a cutie pie. She's fat, fluffy, fur, beautiful coat, very shiny. She cleans herself well. I have to brush her a lot, and we are best friends. Not as close as Chuck and I are, but pretty close. Oh boy. You want me to sing At Last by Etta James? That's it. No, I can't. No, I'm not going to do Etta. That's not really my vocal range, but I can sing. I know this sounds really bold to say. I'm like, that's not really my vocal range, but I can sing Etta, Ella Fitzgerald. Ella is a little more in my range, something that I'd be more comfortable singing, but not at present. Oh, Jim loves Galaxy. Galaxy Bliss. Jim loves you. You have 7 cats, Jim? Oh my God, Judy Carlin. Oh, yeah, no. Well, you heard me sing Manic Monday. I'll sing, and I sing The Sound of Music. The Hills Are Alive. Wow. How cute. How cute. I'm so glad that you saw Galaxy. She was about to book it up the stairs. I actually had to jump and grab her. Oh, I'm a naughty mommy. And oh, somewhere, you know what? I will rehearse. Yeah, I could sing. I'm not going to sing over the rain. Yeah, over the rainbow today. I do not sing Barbara Streisand. Chuck should know that. Chuck should know that. But sing Lucy. That's my Lucille Ball impression. I think the maybe not for Friday, but next week I'll rehearse over the rainbow to sing that. I think that would be lovely, Lady Gaga. When Shallow came out for the new Stars Born, oh my God, yeah, because I was working in the industry doing like Q&As, red carpets, premieres, and that movie came out, and that God, that movie was everywhere, and that song was everywhere, and I definitely loved to sing that song, but not like Poker Face or whatever the hell. The Greatest Showman. Remember what I said about musicals? I get very uncomfortable with musicals. But I'm doing better. Like I finally figured things out with comedy. All right. Well, I think I need to turn this down a little if I'm going to actually sing. Oh shit! It's actually turned down. Oh. Yeah. Well, as promised, because without further ado, we're almost at the hour mark. Today again was our inaugural Hump Day happy hour because last week we did Monday through Friday, but missed Wednesday because I was at the Hollywood Bowl with Steve Martin, Ed Helms, Rhiannon Giddens for a banjo American Tunes night, and I need a life too. But we were trying to do 5 days straight, and then we got really excited about doing a Hump Day because of my raunchy sense of humor. So we're doing that this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm in between jobs, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. This isn't my only job. YouTube, taking care of you beautiful people. I love you, je t'aime, je vous aime, mes amis, mes amours. I do speak French. If anyone wants to speak a French with me, have me speak French, I shall do that. I might have a live stream in French someday. But anyway, so yeah, we'll be, I think, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'll just keep you guys posted because, I don't know, maybe I'll have some hot date on a Friday night or something. I won't be able to see you. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday, moving forward, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. And definitely, though, I think Wednesday has to be Hump Day, kind of sexual innuendo, some themed in a way where it's fun and sexy. I think Wednesdays can be like it's fun. I think it's fun. I think every if I do 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I think each day should have a bit of a theme. I'll try and figure out what it is, but it doesn't mean that if you guys ask questions in the comments that we won't discuss those things and talk about them. Before I sing, Andy has a question. You were watching Jurassic Park and has Jeff Goldblum, and I talk about him. Does he act like, yeah. Jeff Goldblum in real life is such a beautiful weirdo. Jeff is if I had stayed working at Earth Bar longer, he probably would have become my best friend because he actually invited me with his girlfriend at the time, who's now his wife and mother of his children. Very, very sweet weirdo guy. That's Jeff. He has a vibe. He has a vibe. All right, folks. Well, I want to just sing a little song. Just for the, to keep it sexy, to keep it fun, to keep it sweet. This is a very romantic song, and I hope it's not too loud, because, actually I might turn this down a little bit, because I can be loud. But yeah, it's Amy Winehouse's To Know Him Is to Love Him. This is actually a jazz standard, a torch song that she covered as a B-side to Back to Black. I love Amy. I love singing Rehab, and, I'm No Good, and there are a couple other songs from her first album that I was singing before the drugs. Yeah, before her ex introduced her to, and she became a stick of a human, poor baby. But yeah, I'm just gonna sing this, and then we'll maybe ask a couple questions, or ask a couple. You can ask any more questions, and we'll move on with our nights. But yeah, so I'm going to do a little singing, and then any questions you have, Yeah, and I guess I'm just gonna have my sunglasses on because this is the vibe. Or maybe you want to see my actual. I think that's. I don't need to be a rock star. I'm not. I'm a rock star, in a sense. Anyway, friends. So yeah, I've sung this at some weddings. It's a very sweet song. It's just a cappella, not accompanying myself with anything. But are you ready? I'm ready. You thought Back to Black was AC/DC. Well, AC/DC does have a similar album, yes, with a similar name, I should say. Not a similar style, not a similar genre album. All right, friends, let's sing, and then let's have Q&A, and then go home. And turn off the TV. All right, friends, ready? Yay. No, no, knowing is to love him, just to see that smile made my life worthwhile. To know him is to love him, and I do. I'll be good to him. I'll bring joy to him. Oh, everyone said there'll come a day when I'll walk alongside of him. To know him is to love him. And I do, I really do, and I do. Yeah. Oh, and thank you. Bravo. Thank you for being my captive audience. Please listen to that version. If you guys have Spotify or even just go to YouTube, we're on YouTube, go to YouTube and just type in Amy Winehouse, To Know Him is to Love Him live. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. The song say, yes, I do know. I know the song Say a Little Prayer for You, but we're not, this is all the singing we're going to do for today. Hold on. Yay. I just saved it as a highlight, so I'll be able to put that up as a clip on my channel. I Sister Act, Say a Little Prayer for You. Is that the movie you're thinking of, Andy? Yeah. So thank you for listening and for watching today's day. Sexual innuendo, celebrity crushes we had as a kid that we actually later people we'd like to meet or want to meet. Because hey, if you don't ask, you don't receive. When we really need to receive something, guess what? You put it out there. Just put it out there. Just say you want to meet them. You might actually meet them. Thank you to the new folks. Oh my God. Jason, Jim. Thank you to new friends who joined us today. Thank you to Andy for being here. Thank you to Chuck Dransfield. Check him out at Chuck Dransfield on YouTube. Thank you to Joyce, Mystic Soul Insight. Pomona Remembers, Pam, check out Pomona Remembers, her channel, Oracle Whimsy, some great channels, great people here. Who am I missing? Oh my God, I know there are other people who have been watching, and thank you. I know you have not shown yourselves. You are lurking shadows. It's always so fun and tasty. I wonder who's watching. Oh my God. Well, I mean, I'm going to be putting this on YouTube, the whole thing, so the whole world can watch it. But I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you who tuned in live so that we can experience community and know that even if we're not happy during this hour, someone out there, somewhere, someone in the world is happy, even if it's not us, and we can help to engender that for each other. Engender some love and light and levity, and I can hopefully be a host to help that. I try to be the female Mr. Rogers in a very raunchy way, not for kids, but for adults. That's my vibe. A whore with a hold. Thank you, Joyce. She's saying I'm wonderful. Jim is saying he had a nice time here tonight. Yay. Mwah, mwah. On fait des bisous. Des bisous. Bisous. We do the little kisses. The shadow knows. That my dad loved quoting that line. Thank you so much. Yeah, please. Oh yeah. If you're here, if you haven't, like this video, please. It helps me so much. No idea. Comment. That helps me even more. That gets me in the algorithm, gets stuff going. subscribe if you haven't, and then, as we all know and love, play with the little bell. The man in the boat, like Bill said, you know what that is. Yeah, when you tap the bell, that will help you to know that I'm live or that I've posted a video, and you can help support what I'm doing here if you believe in it, or if you don't, be my troll. I dare you to be my bully. Be my troll. Heckle me. Got to get thick skin if I'm going to be on stage more doing stand-up. Heckle me. I dare you to. Tell me how shit my voice was, and I'll have fun chewing you up, yum, 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 loving on that hate in the comments. So please, yeah, comments help, like, subscribe, hit the bell thingy, engage with the content I've got on here. It helps us out who are doing this. It's because I do this because I want to. It's fun, and it's fun when you have an audience, and it's fun when you engage and to know that people give a fuck. They give a damn. And also, it's important, I do this without having any expectations, like no fucks given. I would do this anyway. I'm having a blast, and I want to bring that to the world. And I, most importantly, because if I don't practice self-love, then there's nothing going on here. I want to bring this to myself to have fun and enjoy this with you. So be my troll, babies. All right. And ring my bell, ring my bell. That's also a song. Many songs. I will rehearse Over the Rainbow to maybe sing a version of that next week, because I've not sung that live. I have definitely sung what I just sang live. Anyway, I love you all. If I missed a comment, I tried not to, or I apologize. You can come back on Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. We will be here again for another live stream. Maybe I'll make my hair. Oh my God, I haven't worn space buns. Normally I do space buns. They are so fun. I am very famous for my space buns. So I will maybe promise space buns on Friday. Maybe another pair of my fun glasses. We will have a blast. Until then, please know how loved you are. I love you. I am very grateful you're here in my life, and thank you for your support. If you need my support in any way, you let me know. My email address is in my description for my channel, thesacredspheres@gmail.com. Shoot me a message. I have posters and things I can send you, like the Once Upon a Time Tarantino posters where I worked with when I worked with Quentin. Yeah, you could pay for the shipping, sorts of fun goodies, and I love snail mail. You know, well, let's be pen pals. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to our Hump Day sexual innuendo celebrity crushes, singing songs, asking questions, and having answers Wednesday. It was a frickin' blast. Again, please be safe. You are so loved. I am giving you hugs and kisses right now. Bisous though, on the cheek. Big hugs. Love you. See you Friday, okay? See you next time, you guys. Thank you so very much. Bye for now. Bye.